Good morning. My name is Jim Kroc. I am the Interim Academic Vice President, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the John Carroll University Commencement Exercises for the year 2019. This marks the first undergraduate commencement exercises to be held on Hamlin Quad. Please rise or remain standing for the singing of America the Beautiful, and remain standing for the invocation. Members of the university chorus will lead us in the singing of America the Beautiful. The invocation will be given by Angela Gamboa of Equiville, member of the class of 2019. Ms. of Equiville.
Loving God, thank you for blessing us with today's celebration of accomplishment. We ask you to grace us with your presence as we begin graduation surrounded by friends, family, and mentors. We thank you for accompanying us throughout our academic career in times of uncertainty, heartache, and triumph. As we move on to the next step in our journey, help us not to forget our roots here at John Carroll, where we have been enriched enough to bloom. Give us the confidence to live out a faith that does justice for all. Help us to see the degree we earn today as a means to go out into the world and be men and women for and with others. Amen.
Please be seated. Dr. Michael Johnson, President of John Carroll University, will now give greetings and present our commencement speaker.
Okay, guys, I've been waiting years to do this. Hang on a second. Smile. Thank you. Hello, class of 2019. To our distinguished guests, board of directors, alumni, faculty, and staff. To our parents, grandparents, siblings, family members, and friends. And most importantly, to our graduates. Welcome to the John Carroll University's 133rd commencement exercises. Today we honor John Carroll's traditions, we rejoice in the accomplishments of our graduates, and we look ahead to the future as you depart our campus as agents for change in the world. Graduation is a bittersweet ending and an exhilarating beginning, complete with joy, anxiety, relief, and elation. Today is not just a line on your resume, it is a rite of passage, a day that will live forever in your memory. To our first generation graduates today who have changed what's possible for your family. To all of our graduates, it's imperative that you take the opportunity to celebrate what you have accomplished with your families. As you prepare to go forth and set the world on fire, I am proud to complete my first year as John Carroll's president. I've been so inspired by the way the JCU community supports you and how you support each other. As you are graduating from a Jesuit university, much is expected of you. If we use our 44,000 alumni as an example, many of you will become executives, leaders, champions, and ambassadors. You will continue to be advocates for change and a voice for the voiceless, driven by the Jesuit value of magis, or doing more. At John Carroll University, there are many examples of how we fulfill our Jesuit mission of educating men and women for and with others. We see it when our students use their words and actions to show that life is not just about me, it's about we. We see it at our Men Racer retreats, organized by campus ministry, and when our students perform more than 140,000 hours of community service in a year with the help of offices like the Center for Service and Social Action. We see it in the Writers in Residence program developed by Zach Thomas in the class of 2018 and populated by so many members of the class of 2019. Writers in Residence teaches creative writing to incarcerated youth in Northeast Ohio. We see it when our student athletes compete on the playing field. I assure you that a John Carroll University education equips you to emphasize the magis, to find God in all things, and to care for the development of the whole person as part of the world in which we live and help create. You are tomorrow's agents for change. Now, while today is about you, I have a feeling that none of you got to this point alone. So many others have joined you on this journey. So all the graduates, please stand up right now. Please stand up. Look toward your families, your friends, your mentors, and everyone who helped you get here today, and give them a big round of applause. Thank you. Okay, you can sit down again. Class of 2019, we are proud of you. We support you and we thank you for leaving your mark on John Carroll. May God bless you. In honor of the 50th year of coeducation at John Carroll, it is now my honor to introduce today's commencement speaker, who is a true woman of Carroll. Joan M. Crockett, class of 1972, is the retired Senior Vice President of Human Resources at Allstate Insurance Company. Joan started her career at Allstate after graduating from John Carroll. She spent 35 years with the company and retired in 2008. Under Joan's leadership, organizations and magazines such as Linkage, Inc., Diversity, Inc., Working Mother Magazine, Hispanic Magazine, and the U.S. Department of Labor's Exemplary Volunteer Effort Award and Catalyst recognized Allstate's creative and effective human resource practices. She was named Human Resource Executive of the Year and a top 25 woman in human resource leadership in the National Human Resource Executive magazine, and also received the Human Resources Professional Member of the Year Award from the Chicago Society of Human Resource Management. She was one of the first female students to graduate from the university after it became a coeducational institution in September 1968. Joan was a member of the John Carroll University Board of Directors from 2011 to 2017. I'm thrilled to have her here today as the speaker for our undergraduate commencement ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a warm John Carroll welcome for our 2019 commencement speaker, Joan Crockett.
Thank you, President Johnson. I recognize that this is his first graduation as president of the university, so I know this will be a special memory for him, as it is for me. Class of 2019, I can't even believe the year. Congratulations, you've done it. Give yourself a round of applause. And I'd like to add my congratulations to the parents, the families, the professors, and all of your friends. Without your encouragement and support, they could not have done it. I am so honored to be selected to speak with you, which was because I was part of that original group of co-eds who started 50 years ago. When I told my husband the school was recognizing this 50th anniversary, he wondered why I had been selected from the group. He gave it some thought and pointed out that my maiden name began with B and asked, "Do you suppose they were going alphabetically?" Thanks, dear, I appreciate your support. 4 years later, in 1972, I was sitting in a seat just like you are, waiting for the speech to end so I could get my diploma. So with that in mind, I'm going to keep it short with just a few ideas and let you get on with your celebrations. And I did bring a graduation gift for you. If you know what you're going to do after graduation, if you're going on to graduate school or you have a job offer, you were the guys I envied when I graduated. If you don't know what's next, then you're like me. But don't worry. My first interview after graduation not only landed me a job offer, but I stayed with Allstate for 35 years. It was different then. Today, people change companies to gain experience and advance. Sometimes they change jobs when they don't want to. And even if you think you know what your career will be, you will have twists and turns you don't anticipate. I rotated through various assignments in various locations to gain experience and advance, even though I didn't always realize it at the time. And just as I was one of the first co-eds at John Carroll, I was often the first or only woman in an assignment at the company. My final assignment was as a senior vice president and member of the senior management team. It was a career I enjoyed. We created a culture at the company that was based on treating employees with dignity and respect, just as valued as our shareholders and our customers. Giving back in the communities where we worked and volunteerism were encouraged. It was an organization with values that aligned with mine, and the values emphasized at John Carroll. I believe when your values align with the organization's, it's a good fit. 1968, when John Carroll was officially co-ed, with women living on campus at Murphy Hall, the first Dean of Women and female athletic director were hired, and I started as a freshman. Now, John Carroll was a good university back then, but it became a great university when women were welcomed on campus. Isn't that right, ladies? And a lot of men were happy with the decision, too. Many things at John Carroll have changed over the 50 years. The number of women, the cost of education, fewer priests, more buildings. But many things feel the same. My job today is to look back over the 50 years and see if there are things that I learned that may be of help to you. Now, some of you may be thinking, wow, 50 years. She doesn't look that old. To you few, I say, God bless you. But some of you may be thinking, how can she possibly relate to what I'm facing today? So let me set the stage for you about the end of the 60s and the beginning of the 70s when I was in your seat. The Vietnam War was in its 4th year. There was a draft, and the guys you went to school with, or maybe your brothers, could be drafted. Some went to Canada to avoid the draft. Students were protesting, and there was violence on campus. There was the burning of an ROTC building, and 4 students were killed by the National Guard at Kent State, right down the road from here. Our country was divided. There were hijackings, kidnappings, turmoil, and uncertainty. In some respects, things are different today, yet in many ways they're the same. Protests, marches, terrorism, violence on campus, division, and uncertainty. Each generation faces challenges which will define it. Justified or not, labels are attached. My father was part of the greatest generation. They lived through the Depression and fought in World War II. My generation has been called flower children. We made love, not war. What will Gen Z be remembered for? What do you want it to be remembered for? Also at this time in the 60s, things were changing for women and minorities. Based on Title VII, it was now illegal to discriminate, and organizations wanted to bring women and minorities into their ranks. When I started my first job after graduation, women did have positions. They were clerical positions. Men were in supervision and management. In the cafeteria of my building, men sat on one side of the room, women sat on the other side. Men were referred to as Mr., and women were referred to by their first name. Men could smoke at their desk, and women could only smoke in the ladies' lounge. The differences made a huge impact on a new employee trying to fit in. Today, differences still make a huge impact, even though your workplace may be your home because you use technology to connect. Differences and how you respond to them still will be significant to your success, be it in a corporation, an educational institution, in government, or even in your family. When I first started out, differences were generally thought of as race and gender. The goal was to be aware of the differences, to tolerate them, and not violate the law. As organizations progressed, diversity was viewed as an opportunity to bring in more talent and have them participate to their full ability because the environment was inclusive. When your workforce reflected your customer base, talent could be a competitive advantage. Then, with more understanding, diversity was recognized as the driver of innovation and creativity, as well as personal growth and satisfaction. Diversity had expanded to include differences in ideas, how we do things, motivation, skill and ability, age, sexual orientation, as well as race and gender. Working as a team is critical to leveraging these differences, even if you're not in the same conference room. You can't let connectivity get in the way of connecting with others. Diversity should be celebrated, yet we see where it can lead to breakdown and conflict. All you have to do is look at our government today for examples of this happening. So how does this impact you? You too will go into a world of uncertainty where differences are dividing us. How will you deal with conflict? Will you listen to people with different ideas, different ways of doing things, different motivation? Will you be persuaded? Will people label you and make assumptions about who you are and how you think? What will those labels be? After 35 years in the workplace dealing with differences and conflict, I've learned many lessons. I'll share 3. First, I can recall a time when I enthusiastically presented a compelling argument to proceed with the project. Now, I had done my homework and I knew the numbers. You know, at least I thought it was compelling. You know how easy it is to fall in love with your own ideas. The CEO told me to come back the next day and present the reasons not to proceed with the project. He wanted to make sure I could see and understand both sides of the argument before I drew a conclusion. This is a great practice which I continue to use and was a valuable lesson. The second lesson, avoid assumptions and labels. Don't use our differences to define a person. I am a white woman, college educated, living in the suburbs. Don't presume you know how I think or how I'll behave. If you want to know, ask me. Too often, labels and assumptions get in the way of honest discussion. Lesson 3, dealing with differences requires an openness to listen, to learn, and to treat each person with dignity and respect. This value is part of the moral compass emphasized at John Carroll and aligns with the Jesuit cura personalis, which emphasizes care for the whole person and the uniqueness of each individual. Each individual matters. Don't let differences lead to breakdown and conflict. If you can see and understand both sides of the issue, avoid assumptions and labels, and treat each individual with dignity and respect, I believe you can resolve conflict, drive innovation, and find solutions that are agreeable to everyone involved, helping them see what unites us rather than what divides us. This will be how you can make an impact in the workplace, in your community, or even in your relationships. Now, another major change is the cost of a college education. And I had to ask, as I'm sure you or your parents or whoever helped you pay for your education, did you get your money's worth? I can certainly say, yes, I did. Let me tell you why. When I set up my first interview after graduation, I did it for practice. I never thought I'd get a job offer or stay with that company for so long. But that day, 2 of the interviewers told me they wanted to speak to me because I went to John Carroll, as they had, and they wanted to see what a girl who went there looked like. Today, you too can rely on the John Carroll name to help open doors. I reviewed several of the recognitions and rankings that John Carroll receives from various publications: U.S. News and World Report, Money Magazine, Forbes, and Bloomberg Businessweek. And as a professional who did recruiting for many years, these things matter, especially for that first job. As my career progressed, I thought additional education would help me advance, so I discussed the idea with my boss. He said, since I had gone to John Carroll and had a Jesuit education, I had the tools I needed to continue to learn on the job and advance. It was this same man who years later recommended me for the senior vice president position. That made me the first woman on our senior management team. Don't get me wrong, further education is an advantage. But at that time, my boss clearly valued the John Carroll education. So what were the tools he was referring to? You have those same tools today. communication skills, judgment and analytical skills, time management, goal setting. You've demonstrated leadership, teamwork, and a work ethic, all grounded in a value system that believes in service to others. Now, this is not just my opinion. These are the words of John Carroll's students that I found on your website. So with that evidence, I believe you can say you got your money's worth. That brings me to my next point. Keep your moral compass handy. You're going to need it. My father used to say, if you don't have your faith, your religion, you'll replace it with something else. It won't be good and it won't sustain you. I know he was referring to things like money or power or maybe celebrity. My caution is the same for you. Your moral compass is a set of personal values that will guide personal, social, and professional decisions and behaviors. You can review the headlines in the news most days to see where people have lost sight of the right thing to do. The college admissions scandal is a recent example. I held a position for a number of years where I worked on solving complex employee problems, such as compensation issues, complaints, and terminations. I saw times when the employee didn't realize what they were doing was wrong. So how will you avoid these mistakes? Sometimes it's quite routine and may even seem insignificant. Everyone is padding their expense account. Do you do it too? Do you tell the boss? Do you lie in the job interview to ensure you get the job? You need the job to pay back your tuition loan. Do you take credit for other people's work? You're under pressure for your job performance. Are you distracted by phone messages on your phone or messages on your phone while you're listening to an important presentation in a meeting or an important graduation speech? Other times it's more complex. As an accountant, do you make the earnings look better than they are because of the upcoming shareholders meeting? As a school teacher, do you pass a student who's not really qualified, but you don't want him labeled a failure? We all make mistakes along the way, and hopefully we learn from them. Without a moral compass, we make the same mistakes again and again. But with a strong moral compass, even if we falter to some degree, eventually we find the strength to do the right thing. This is how we judge a person's character. So I've talked about three things: your ability to leverage diversity and differences, the value of the John Carroll name, and the importance of your moral compass. Therefore, now is time for me to bestow my graduation gift. Now, I am not Oprah or Ellen, and I don't have a car for you in the parking lot, even though you may have thought that alarm might have been your car. No. I do feel very comfortable bestowing the gift of confidence. Now, you may believe no one can do this for you. You can only do this for yourself. But because I sat in your seat 50 years ago and have the advantage of hindsight, I will take the liberty to do so. Let me make my compelling argument. You are talented, or you wouldn't be sitting here today. You have developed your intellect and your character, and you have all the tools you will need: the ability to learn and analyze, to set goals and achieve them. You've demonstrated leadership, teamwork, time management, and we've already emphasized your moral compass. So yes, you are well equipped. This doesn't mean there won't be times when you doubt yourself, when you are challenged by others or confronted with complex issues. At those times, confidence matters. At those times, I want you to remember who you are. Let me repeat that. I want you to remember who you are, because the world will try to tell you who you should be. William James, an American philosopher, psychologist, and university educator, has a quote that I like. He said, "Act as if what you do makes a difference." It does. I'll close now with a challenge for you. With all the complexity that life offers, remember to live generously. Be generous with your talent. You do have a lot to share. Be generous with your friendship. It may make all the difference to someone else. Be generous with your words. Words of support and kindness go a long way, and harsh words are not easily forgotten. Be generous with your time. It is a gift, and as you age, it becomes more and more precious. Use it wisely. I can tell you 50 years went by in the blink of an eye. Winston Churchill said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." I wish you all a wonderful life. Thank you.
In honor of the late Reverend William J. Malore of the Society of Jesus, who served the university in a variety of posts for 28 years before his death in 1977, a committee of faculty, administrators, and students have designated a member of the senior class to make a presentation at these exercises. Speaking on behalf of the class is Sarah C. Reynolds. Ms. Reynolds.
Good afternoon, friends, family, faculty, and staff, and welcome to John Carroll on this beautiful May afternoon. It is an honor to be standing in front of you today as this year's Malore Orator. I would like to start off this morning with a short story. When I was in 4th grade, my elementary school teacher had us make passwords for the school computers. We had to make the passwords end with the year we were graduating college, 2019. I remember asking my teacher, "Does 2019 exist yet?" thinking that something so far away couldn't actually exist. Fast forward 12 years and, well, 2019 does exist. While some of us wish it didn't, simply for the fact that we're sitting here today. I'm sure others are thrilled to be done with school. As graduation drew closer and closer, people kept asking me, "How are you feeling? What's your best memory? Are you going to miss school? What mark did you leave on John Carroll?" Now, first of all, these questions are impossible to answer. How is one supposed to summarize 4 years into a 4-minute conversation standing in line for coffee? Second, I keep thinking, did I leave a mark on John Carroll, or did it leave a mark on me? When reflecting about this, I realized that only because of the school, the community, and the faculty around me, I was able to then leave a mark. Without the help and motivation of my teachers, friends, peers, and family, I would not have been able to accomplish as much as I did here at John Carroll, and I'm sure that's the same for many of you. As freshmen, we were challenged from the start, whether it be the classes to help you understand what a college course is really like, or the challenge of understanding who we are and what role we play in the community we live in. In and out of the classroom, professors, faculty, and staff were encouraging us to get involved and find our passions. And there are so many ways to get involved on this campus. If there wasn't an organization to join, many of us started one. If someone wanted to get experience in their field and follow their passions, there was always someone to help build a plan and make it happen. I mean, how many schools work with students so they can go on tour with their reggae funk rock band and graduate on time? Every single person here wants to see us succeed, and they have helped us get here today. I have never been a very religious person, and I am not Catholic, so I was not sure how I would fit into the Jesuit John Carroll community. Turns out, all you need is an open heart and an open mind. John Carroll welcomes all and everyone. Here, you don't have to be one religion to attend Manresa, go on immersions, do weekly service, or even go to Mass. All you need is an understanding of others and the desire to make an impact. Before coming to John Carroll, I, and possibly many of you, did not have much of this desire. But when you have a faculty and community built around serving others and becoming men and women for and with others, it's hard to not have that desire. The community at John Carroll pushes you to be the best you can be every single day. Now, if John Carroll has taught us anything, I think it has to be time management. Most of the students I know and have had the opportunity to work with have a problem. We don't know how to say no. Sure, we have homework and projects due for school, but don't forget about the service events coming up this weekend. And SUPB has some awesome events. Wait, I have an organization meeting every single day this week, and then somebody asks, can you meet to talk about XYZ? Yeah, why not? And don't forget about that committee you said you would be on. All of a sudden, you have one free hour in your day, but you're as happy as can be. Honestly, I believe that the John Carroll community expects this of their students, which is why there is always someone encouraging you to get involved and do more and more. Now, I have excellent time management skills and experiences of a lifetime. So thank you, John Carroll, and sorry to all those professors who got late assignments. Sometimes a 12-hour dance marathon seems like a much better use of time than writing a paper. In the moment, many times at JCU may have seemed hard and stressful. But it's all those moments in between the stress that makes this the experience of a lifetime. It's those moments that a hoverboard catches on fire in Campion, that the football team beats Mount, when the fountain is filled with bubbles, when 100+ students are enjoying the weather on the quad, when Hamlin and Campion lose power, when our sports teams become OAC champs, when you're sneaking into the hidden tunnels or receiving scholarships for academic success, when you're painting the lion at 2 a.m., or when half the undergraduate population is at a Jesse McCartney concert. Those are the moments that matter. You won't remember what tests you were stressing about the most or what assignment kept you up late one night. You'll remember all those moments in between. As Steve Jobs once said, you cannot connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, karma, whatever it is. I say, now that all of the dots have been set, it's time to connect them. Over the past 4 years, John Carroll has provided us, the students, faculty, staff, friends, and family, the opportunity to lead, learn, and serve the community we live in. We have used those opportunities to learn our passions and find a career path. And now it's time to apply what we've learned. Something we often say in Greek life is, it's not 4 years, it's for life. We are, and always will be, a John Carroll family, for life. Congratulations, class of 2019, and onward on, John Carroll.
Michael Merriman, class of 1978, and chair of the University Board of Directors, will now present the candidate for the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
Thank you, Sarah, for those inspiring words. Joan, terrific job today. Thank you so much for joining us. So it's my honor to present to Joan Crockett this citation. Joan M. Crockett, class of 1972, is the retired Senior Vice President of Human Resources at Allstate Insurance Company. She spent 35 years with the company and retired in 2008. Joan led the strategic transformation of Allstate's Human Resources Department that included the introduction of a shared services model, creation of centralized HR service center, integration of diversity in the HR process, and introduction of work-life support initiatives. She also served as a member of the Allstate senior management team and was responsible for developing a full range of policies and programs designed to attract, retain, and reward Allstate employees and agents. Joan was one of the first female students to graduate from the university after it became a co-educational institution in September of 1968. Joan was a member of the John Carroll University Board of Directors from 2011 to 2017, serving chair of the Human Resources Committee and a member of the Finance and Mission and Identity Committees. Joan has served on numerous nonprofit boards, including Jobs for America's Graduates, the Center for Human Resource Management for the University of Illinois, and the Good Shepherd Hospital. Joan was also elected a Fellow of the National Academy of Human Resources. And as a student at John Carroll, Joan was in the honors program and was a member of the Sigma Theta Phi sorority. For her remarkable career at Allstate, dedication to the human resources profession, and leadership as a distinguished alumni of the university, John Carroll University is honored to present to Joan Crockett the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts in Classics, Bachelor of Arts, and Bachelor of Science, please rise. Dr. Margaret Farrar, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, will present these candidates.
President Johnson, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Arts and Sciences, I certify that the candidates whose names are hereby submitted have satisfied all the requirements to participate in the 2019 commencement exercises. I ask that those who have completed all degree requirements be hereby granted their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors of the University, for those who have completed all their degree requirements, I hereby confer on them the degrees of Bachelor of Arts in Classics, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, with all the rights, privileges, and obligations thereunto appertaining.
Graduates of the College of Arts and Sciences, please come forward.
Mallory May Fitzpatrick, summa cum laude. Aiden Christopher Abrazic.
Congratulations, Aiden. Thank you very much.
Matthew Lewis Alexander.
Congratulations, man. Thank you.
Kristen Lee Amendola.
Congratulations, Kristen.
Clarice Emmeline Akla. Maxwell Antonio Argento. Katie Atkins, magna cum laude. Reem Atia. Madison L. Bach. Rita Marie Baldarelli, cum laude. Bridget Catherine Barcume, cum laude. Catherine Bender. Ashley Kristen Burnett, magna cum laude. Samantha Lynn Betley, magna cum laude. Brennan Cole Betro. Brian Jacob Betts. Grace Catherine Blanchard, cum laude. Nina Elizabeth Bober, magna cum laude. Joseph J. Boast. Natalie Marie Burles. Anthony Albert Brockway. Jenny Rose Broski, cum laude. Rael Leonte Brown. I don't need your ID. Jerome Maurice Brundage, Jr. Emmanuel Jensen Brown. Matthew Doohan Burns. Michael Ryan Butler. Alexander Ray Butsko. Kelly J. Campbell. Luke Anthony Cancilla, summa cum laude. Gianna Grace Caroniti, magna cum laude. Samantha Ann Caruso Taylor. Alejandro Jose Charette. Marianne Kramer Cicerelli, magna cum laude.
Way to go, Marianne.
Juliana Jane Clark, cum laude. Stephen Alexander Clark. Mitchell Austin Clifford. Nicholas J. Clough. Nicholas Aaron Colby, summa cum laude. Alexandria Anna Colella. Kevin Joseph Coleman. Haley Marie Collins. Jessica Louise Cook, cum laude. Maria Cristina Carino. Maria Kosick, cum laude. Sophia Grace Cromwell. Bradley Joseph Cundiff. John Anthony D'Alessandro II. Julia Ann Daniels. Matthew David Danko. Brian Joseph Davidson. Nicholas E. Decor, cum laude. Julia Louise DeWolf. Jeffrey Evan Dexter. Jacqueline Ann D'Amadio. Andrea Maria Didovic. Colleen Susan Dougherty, magna cum laude. Eloise Catherine Drake, cum laude. Robert John Durand. Joshua Gale Early. Shelby Venore Eisenhart, magna cum laude. Brooke M. Elliott. Haley Ann Elbridge, magna cum laude. Kenneth Jude Emsch. Dominique T.B. Fabian. Kelly Marie Fickner. Nicholas Lee Fiedler, magna cum laude. Madison Michelle Fisher, magna cum laude. Talia Lee Flanick, magna cum laude. Brittany Ann Fortcamp. Caitlin Marie Frandanisa, summa cum laude. Joseph John Frankie, magna cum laude. Sean Patrick Freeman. Colin Michael Fyack. Charles J. Gallo III, summa cum laude. Michael Francis Garvin. Maria Ann Genova, summa cum laude. Philip Gonza. Maxwell Vincent Georgie, magna cum laude. Yvonne S. Lagola, cum laude. Caitlin Glennon, magna cum laude. Marissa Nicole Golem, magna cum laude. Oliver Zachary Golias, magna cum laude. Shelby Amon Graham. Wyatt Michael Grosco. Oh. Hold on to your hat. Alexis Karen Gage. Allison Nicole Guerin. Anthony Michael Guerra. Jose Christian Guilan Rauda. Jessica Lynn Hargett. Aaron Cassidy Hayes, cum laude. Marcelo Andre Hernandez. Amanda Ruth Horner. Cameron James Horwath. Christopher Michael Houle. Matthew Adam Humes, magna cum laude. John Anthony Ionetta III. Brittany N. Ioffe. Sheila Breed Jackson, summa cum laude. Tommy Patrice Jackson. Bradley Clark Jasco, magna cum laude. James Allen Carls. Allison Grace Kime, cum laude. Jason Michael Keller. David James Kurtek. Ruth Elizabeth Klein. Mary Catherine Kosenki. Samuel J. Kukura. Paisha Rose Aileen Lanchman. Paisha Rose Aileen Lanchman, magna cum laude. Jason Patrick Large. Riley Thomas Larkin. Rex Arthur Larkman. Margaret Mary Lever. Rachel Elizabeth Lefebvre, cum laude. Tyler Joseph Leonard. Natalie A. Liebenauer. Mason Andrew Litz. Christian Daniel Lowry, magna cum laude. Tristan Monte Lyles. Jonathan Brian Lynch. Gina Marie Mychek. Lily A. Mookie, summa cum laude. Zakia Aliyah Malik. Jordan Alexandra Malone. Edward Joseph Marotta. Scott Anthony Marzano, summa cum laude. Ryan Martin Mason.
Yeah, Ryan.
Caitlin Suzanne Matthews, magna cum laude. Nicholas Andrew May. William Rooney McCaffrey. Mara Catherine McCormick. Jonathan Hunter McGonnell. Hannah Elizabeth McGrath, magna cum laude. Jade Sade McGregor. Maeve Ann McMahon. Mackenzie Ray McNaughton. Luke Thomas Millsap, cum laude. Olivia Louise Messina. Darren Joseph Micas II. Jillian Thomas Millard, cum laude. Alex Rebecca Mintz. Dominic J. Midiga. Ricardo Monge Naria, summa cum laude. Jillian M. Mooney. Madeline Grace Mooney. Madison Irene Mooney, magna cum laude. Megan Frances Mooney. Frederick O'Kara Kamau Moore. Nicole Daniel Morris, summa cum laude. Aaron Lee Mulvaney, magna cum laude. Nicholas William Nasca. Taylor Amari Nash. Mackenzie Marie Navertil. Adriana C. Nelson, cum laude. Emily Rose Nerchi. Elizabeth Grace Neese, summa cum laude. Genevieve Ann Negro, magna cum laude. Connor C. Nowicki. Catherine Rose O'Connell, cum laude. Elizabeth Grace O'Grady, cum laude. Christopher Brandon O'Hara, magna cum laude. Lauren Catherine O'Malley, summa cum laude. Wesley Tate Olin, magna cum laude. LaVista Ariel Osborne. Olivia Renee Pak, magna cum laude. Diamond Monet Page. Nicole Ann Paler.
Yeah, papers! Let's go!
Acadia Elizabeth Palaco. John Matthew Palumbo, cum laude. Tristan Thomas Perry, magna cum laude. Michael George Vatu.
Go!
Courtney A. Purritt. Paige Sophia Perla, magna cum laude. Nicole Brooke Pileski. Marissa Ann Pepino, cum laude. Brianna Claire Pittenger, cum laude. Alec Joel Plumley. Elizabeth Grace Pona, magna cum laude. Ashra Tanae Powell, cum laude. Abigail Lauren Pratt, cum laude. Elizabeth M. Price, magna cum laude. Matthew R. Rentz. Michael Allen Richards. Kelly Jeanette Riley. Wow. Lisa A. Roberts. Connor Thomas Robinson. Angelina Marie Rawson, cum laude. Paige Marie Rost. Gerald Alden Rostisil, Jr. Kendall Ann Rudy. Chloe Ellen Ruggiero, cum laude. Julie Catherine Ruggiero, magna cum laude. Serena R. Ruggiero. Rachel Catherine Santo. Angela Sarucania. Ryan James Schmelzer. Emily Marie Schwabenbauer, magna cum laude. Abigail Maureen Seeley. Carter Richard Samancic. Riley Catherine Sharp. Jade Kaliolani Shimuka. Allison Marie Silberhorn, summa cum laude. Jennifer Christine Smallwood. Derek A. Smith, Jr. Rachel Elizabeth Smith, summa cum laude. Claire Bowen Snape, cum laude. Quinn Barbara Sobozansky, cum laude. Matthew Joseph Suze. Cheryl Ann Spice, magna cum laude. Angela Rosina Spilker, cum laude. Marielle Claire Cinnamon. Claudia G. Stadler, magna cum laude. Madison Elizabeth Steiner, magna cum laude. Joseph R. Stradiat, magna cum laude. Thomas Albert Strasshofer III. Thomas Oliver Sturbeck.
My middle name's Lee, but it's not on here.
Samantha Lee Subi. Caitlin Nicole Sullivan, cum laude. Ashleen N. Sweeney. Colin Michael Sweeney. Dylan R. Tatum. Grace Ash Taylor. Adam D. Thompson. John Anthony Tucci. Andrew Douglas Turner, cum laude. Rebecca Lynn Uri, cum laude. Madeline A. Van Oat. William Nicholas Wakino. Christopher D. Walker. Adam Jager Weber. Nicholas Anton Weber. James Ira Wynandy. Cole Randall Wyrick. Kennedy Marie Westfall. Kelly Nicole Urick, magna cum laude. Nicholas Joseph Abdallah, magna cum laude.
Thank you.
Taylor Marie Abunader, summa cum laude. Jihan M. Atalkadi, summa cum laude. Sabrina Almashni. Raman Vargai Ariana. Angela Gamboa of Equaville. Gianna Baker. Kara Ann Barshall, cum laude. Madison A. Bell. Abigail Eileen Bernard, magna cum laude. Chase J. Bergnoli, cum laude. Alexis Whitney Biffro. Carolyn Elizabeth Bland. Zachary James Brady, magna cum laude. Alec Michael Bryson, cum laude. Celine Burrius. Sean Patrick Kane, magna cum laude. Mackenzie May Campbell. Allison D. Carey, summa cum laude. Daniela Lucienne Carrera, magna cum laude. Gurneet K. Chima. Anita G. Chirico, cum laude. Carolyn Marie Chisholmer, cum laude. Caitlin Rose Ciancilio. Christopher Lee Clemens, cum laude. Brittany Marie Cole. Christina Louise Corrigan. Benjamin D. Sipkar, cum laude. Caitlin Emily DeMeo. Anthony Ladin Dedick. Michael John DeSabato. Dima Diab, cum laude. Sabrina Lee Didado. Grant Patrick Donnelly. Alexis Marie Eddy, magna cum laude. Emily Sue Ellis, cum laude. Berfu Nu RN. Adriana Nadia Farian. Kate Elizabeth Fike, magna cum laude. Samuel Michael Filipiak. Elisa Taryn Filatoff, magna cum laude. Michael Lee Fitch, cum laude. Ryan Megden Fitch. Kelly M. Fitzgerald. Hannah Mairead Floss, cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Foley, magna cum laude. Emma Harriet Forner, magna cum laude. Connor Brian Fors. Gina Marie Frangione, cum laude. Andrew M. Gadel Sayed. Jacob Christopher Haas, cum laude. Melanie C. Hall. Livia Ray Hallman Taylor. Dean McBride Hayden. Paige Renee Herbert. Stephanie Frances Horniman. Elizabeth L. Houston. Mary Evelyn Hunt. Aisha Renee Jami. Nicholas Andrew Jameson. Laura Ann Jankowski. Joshua Michael Jarish. Malak Ghazi Jahari. Alexis Lee Johnson. Eric Ivan Johnson Jr. Layla Sarah Jugo. Sarah Kalash, magna cum laude. Julian Andrew Kastelik. Alexia Storm Keller, magna cum laude. Claire Ellen Kelly. Sania Naeem Khan. Stephanie Marie Kilianchuk. Sophie Ann Kochet. Peter Kennedy Ketting, summa cum laude. Caroline Julia Kovacs. Christian D. Cry. Devin Labarge, magna cum laude. Margaret Catherine LaForce, magna cum laude. Nicole Mary Lamparelli. Isabella Asunta Lane, cum laude.
Sorry.
Michaela M. Loria, summa cum laude. Bennett Paul Lazor. Sydney Patricia Lazyke. Shane Damian Longsworth, cum laude. Monica Catherine Luketic. Christian Marie Lustry. Corey William Lutz. Allison Marie Mancuso, cum laude. Alicia Teresa Mandito, cum laude. Caroline Marie Marcus. Nicholas Marsick. Liam Callahan McIntosh. Shyla Elizabeth McMurtry, summa cum laude. George Joseph McNulty. Christian Robert Mashanik. Taylor Lynn McVeigh, magna cum laude. Marissa Joan Miller. Daniel Michael Minati. Frank Nicholas Miscali, cum laude. Michelle Lee Mismas, summa cum laude. Zachary Francis Modeleski. Sarah Magari. Megan Elizabeth Morcio, cum laude. Robert Morrill, cum laude. Julia Margaret Morris. Jordan Matthew Mall. Joseph James Maroka. Ray Andoni, cum laude. Troy Thomas Namath, magna cum laude. Kyle John Nowak. Lauren Ashley Apollonik, cum laude. Nicholas Paul Panico. Victoria Partika, magna cum laude. Egan Thomas Paul. Christopher J. Pellegrino. Richard Anton Penk, cum laude. Aubrey Lachey Phillips. Alexis Marie Plusinski, magna cum laude. Valentina Ava Powell. Isabella Grace Powers, magna cum laude. John Patrick Quinn, magna cum laude. Rebecca Ann Reichoff, cum laude. Andrew J. Richmond, cum laude. Julianne Elizabeth Rosa, cum laude. Eric Thomas Rositz. Libby Ann Rubisa, cum laude. Samantha Rosangelica Rummel. Elena Francis Schmidt, magna cum laude. Joel Thomas Schaefer. Rachel Claire Shantz. Natalie Sharada, summa cum laude. Jessica Elizabeth Silber, magna cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Singerline, cum laude. Daniel Stephen Smith, cum laude. Samuel Earl Smith, cum laude. Landry Morgan Sneed, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Renee Stein, cum laude. Stephen James Suheda. William Murphy Sweeney, cum laude. Leanne Tang. Kaylee Tepper. Emily Elizabeth Tezak. Mitchell Davis Tikkanen. Huynh Duoc Ya Tron, magna cum laude. Alexandria Nicole Treston, cum laude. Brittany D. Turner. Hope Owasa. Carrie Ann Valletto. Catherine Rita Waters. Rachel Nicole White. Megan Rose Whitman, summa cum laude. Zachary Daniel Wilkins. Matthew George Wisniewski. Amanda Marie Yarger. Zachary David Zinda, summa cum laude. Mariella Vandersluis, cum laude. Mariella Vandersluis, summa cum laude.
Graduates of the College of Arts and Sciences, congratulations. Candidates from the John M. and Mary Jo Bowler College of Business for the degrees of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Bachelor of Science in Economics, please rise. Dr. Ellen Mikiak, Dean of the Bowler College of Business, will present these candidates.
President Johnson, on behalf of the faculty of the Bowler College of Business, I certify that the candidates whose names are hereby submitted have satisfied all the requirements to participate in the 2019 commencement exercises. I ask that those who have completed all their degree requirements be hereby granted their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors of the University, for those who have completed all their degree requirements, I hereby confer on them the degrees of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Bachelor of Science in Economics, with all the rights, privileges, and obligations thereunto appertaining.
Graduates of the Bowler College of Business, please come forward.
Joseph Thomas Adams, cum laude. Camille Eileen Adelman. Brett T. Allen. Frank Perino Alvarez. Matthew Thomas Anthony. Mark Haney Anton. Brooke Elise Baker. Angela Marie Benoob, magna cum laude. Evan Michael Bashko. Angela Mary Baumgardner, cum laude. Patrick D. Beam. Mallory Jane Beer, cum laude. Caroline Elizabeth Burnett. Abigail Elizabeth Bissell. Elena Grace Blatz, cum laude. Sarah Marie Blabus, magna cum laude. Matthew Joseph Bacchetti. Nicholas G. Bonack, magna cum laude. Gavin James Bukowski. Adam David Bosvay. Devin Graham Bradley. Joseph Dylan Brickman, cum laude. Matthew J. Brickner. Erin Kathleen Brown. Nicholas Gerard Bucello. Catherine M. Burns, cum laude. William Bradford Bush. Abigail R. Cashone. Carmen Marie Camarada, magna cum laude. Carly Ann Campana.
Thank you.
Vincent Andrew Casamento. Nathaniel Charles Chapman, cum laude. Macklin Park Szynski. Dominic Joseph Sinali, cum laude. Robert Cole II. David Harrison Coletto. Claudia Nicole Colon. Jelena Eleanor Calosa. Michael John Connick. Gia Marie Consolo. Megan Therese Curry. Stephen Jeffrey Kramer. Aaron James Cunningham. Anina Maria De Fonseca. Caitlin Lane Daubenmeyer. Dylan Benjamin Deemer. Ian Thomas Dillard. Matthew Stephen Donnelly. Sierra Marie Donnelly. Congratulations, Zachary Matchell Donner, magna cum laude. Molly Algren Downey. Holly Drybilbis, cum laude. Carly J. Dugan. Austin Patrick Dunlop. Michelle L. Dunn, cum laude. Alyssa Marie Ebel. Jack Oscar Airbar. Brian William Eliason. Michael Lee Ellerbrock, magna cum laude. Peyton Douglas Elliott. Charles Sanders Ellis, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Victoria Ivankovich, cum laude. Amir Zraik Farhat. Nicolette Marie Fee. Erin Ann Feigl. Amanda Lee Ferentz, cum laude. Bridget Teresa Fickner. Bailey Marie Fisher. Rebecca Rose Forch, summa cum laude. Andrew Lloyd Frank. Alpha Dumbaya Freeman. Alyssa Bridget Friel. Nathaniel DeLoss Fuller. Michael Thomas Fury. Morgan Marie Gallagly. Matthew Edward Gammons. Jack Michael Garrow. Nicole Marie Geringer. Ainsley May Jalamas. Matthew James Gordon. Caitlin Jennifer Grady. Matthew John Grazia. Michael Ryan Grenga. Marie Ilda Heichel. Peter E. Hanna. Ryan Patrick Hanna, cum laude. Richard Cole Hartman, cum laude. John Quilter Hawkins. Madeline Hedrick. Maya Hermelin. You go. Max Harold. Hannah Elizabeth Hetman. Nicole Marie Hetrick. Thomas John Hayden.
It's he stand, like he stands up. Okay.
Rachel Marie Heastan, cum laude. Hunter Burke Horning, cum laude. Madison Marie Horning, cum laude. Ty Joseph Howard. Aiden O. Hubble. Julia Elizabeth Hutchison. Lynn Huynh, magna cum laude. Regina Florence Ifelice. Lauren Ryan Isherwood, cum laude. Alexander L. Israel. Sydney Michelle Jablonski. Jack Colin Javorski, cum laude. Emily Catherine Joswick. Braden Daniel Cabe. Allison Taylor Kaminsky. Chad Santosh Kanakanat. Tomor Capuzzi. Megan E. Kastelik, cum laude. Emily Rose Keene. Patrick John Cohane. Kevin Cox Coma. Jacob Leo Copper. Nicholas A. Costley. Michael Richard Kraft. Jessica M. Kren. Joseph Thomas Kukral, magna cum laude. Sydney Elizabeth Lang. Paige Gabrielle Leffler. Daniel Edward Lentz.
Love you, Mama.
Andrew David Lesko, cum laude. Benjamin Tyler Libertor. Calvin Christian Long, magna cum laude. Brian Davis Lutz, cum laude. Grant Bernard McMullen. Blake Michael Manson. Joseph T. Marquise, cum laude. Anna Elizabeth Masika. Katie Louise McCann. Molly Jean Potter McCarthy. Katrina Grace McCollum. Jared Clark McDowell. Evan Jack McGorry, cum laude. Ryan Patrick McGowan, summa cum laude. Lindsay Elizabeth McKnight, cum laude. Maggie Keegan McNeil. Abigail Marie McNutt. Brooke Noel McQuinn, magna cum laude. Isabel Alexandra Mecca. Brian Thomas Meisensall, cum laude. Abigail M. Meehan, cum laude. Devonte M. Milbury. Colin Edward Mills. Christopher Peter Minati.
You got the wrong guy.
Nicole Therese Malacher. Anthony David Meglin. Joseph Engel Monahan. Kyle J. Monahan. Jessica Jan Morrow, cum laude. Veronica Leigh Mounts. Peter Joseph Muffaletto, Jr. Olivia Reed Murray. Hannah Ray Music, magna cum laude. Jalen Therese Myrick. Tyler Asan Nash. Ross Axel Nielsen, magna cum laude. William Dominic Norfolk. Kyle Matthew Nimberg. Connor Richard Olazak. Caitlin Elizabeth Orcutt. Ryan C. O'Valley. James Thomas Pasak. Christopher A. Paymer. Gina Nicole Patella. Zachary James Patton. Nicholas Douglas Paul. Derek Scott Penman. Daniel Solomon Perez. Lauren Ann Petrarulo, cum laude. Spencer M. Phillips. Abigail L. Pichillo. Daniel Joseph Piro.
OADP.
Maria Isabel Pineda.
Thanks, man.
Anthony Aramis Pontello. Erica Lynn Catalina Potter. Anne Christine Principe, magna cum laude. Jeffrey Allen Pribish II, magna cum laude. Scott Joseph Pishier. Daniel A. Pumper Jr., cum laude. Milan Radovanovich, cum laude. Sian Rancharan. Julia Elena Marie Rao. Connor Edward Regan. Nicholas Alexander Rice. Sarah Cutler Reynolds. Emma Lee Rickus. Madison Nicole Reaney. Celine Yadira Rivera. Matthew Patrick Rambalski. Whitman Sampson. Megan Marjorie Sarles. Caitlin Marie Saviola. Jessica Ann Schaefer. Emily Marie Schifferly. Michael William Schmidt. Jacob F. Shoup. Ronald A. Schwartz. Jacob Ross Servideo. Alexandra Maria Shackleton, magna cum laude. Alyssa Catherine Simon. Robert R. Simon, cum laude. Tanjat Singh. Ryan Joseph Singler. Christopher John Slow. Reagan E. Smith. John William Sosnowski, cum laude. Lawrence Edward Spangenberg, Jr. Karen Spear. Samantha Marie Spencer, magna cum laude. Nicole Marie Spindler, magna cum laude. Frank Spinelli III. Pierce Jameson Schrael. Cara Ann Stover, Jacob Timothy Switek, Maria Elizabeth Turpak, Olivia Frances Todorowski, magna cum laude, Bridget Marie Trainer, Qua Trin, Thomas Samuel Tritt, Matthew Vincent Valletto, Haley Marie Vinborg, Anna Honig Ward, Shane Michael Whedon, Nathaniel James Wenson, Marissa Lee Wickstrom, Caitlin A. Wineclaw, Nicholas Leonard Wilson, Laura Rose Wyndham, Owen Daniel Wolf, Hallie Laird Yerian, Kennedy Rose Young, magna cum laude. Lepay Zing, Kayla Marie Zielinski, Molly Catherine Zool, Kelly Marie Zuger, Maxwell Zwerlein, Zachary Robert Chapman, Eric Anthony DeLisi, cum laude. Ciro Louis Grandine III, Samuel Jacob Gross, magna cum laude. Timothy David Moraz, Cara Marie Radich, cum laude. David J. Sinance, Jr. Owen Joseph Mellon.
Graduates of the Boulder College of Business, congratulations. Dr. Johnson will now present the Faculty and Student Awards.
The Distinguished Faculty Award is presented each year to a member of the faculty selected by a committee of faculty, students, administrators, and alumni for excellence in classroom teaching, scholarship, advisement, and leadership of students. together with participation in civic and community affairs. The recipient this year, hang on to your hats, is Dr. Edward P. Hannenberg, Professor, Department of Theology and Religious Studies. Every year, the university recognizes a number of other faculty and staff with a variety of awards. These awards are listed on pages 23 and 24 of the commencement program. These awards include the Silver Circle, recognizing faculty and staff who have served the university community for 25 or more years, the Lucrezia Culcio Award for teaching excellence in the College of Arts and Sciences, the Wasmer Outstanding Teacher Award in the Bowler College of Business, the Curtis W. Miles Faculty Award for Community Service, the George E. Growell Faculty Fellowships, the Outstanding Part-Time Faculty Member Awards, and our 2 retiring faculty members. I ask that the recipients of these awards and honors please stand and be recognized at this time. In honor of the late Robert Beaudry, class of 1950, a plaque is annually awarded to the senior student who has contributed most significantly in the areas of academic achievement, Christian life, and leadership and service to the university or civic community during the preceding school year. The recipient of the award this year is Caitlin Suzanne Matthews. This thing is heavy and hot.
Oh, God.
Like a hot, it's been sitting in the sun.
Oh, it's really hot, yeah. Congratulations.
The Alumni Medals are conferred annually as the highest award of the John Carroll University Alumni Association upon alumni and others who have, through the distinguished conduct of their lives, either brought extraordinary credit to the university or contributed conscientious service to the Alumni Association, or both. The 2019 recipients are Donald Brown, Timothy Donahue, Jim Doran, Mary Lynn Laughlin, and Dominique Mosineau. Let's give them a round of applause.
Please stand. At this time, I am pleased to call upon Mr. Nicholas Aaron Colby, member of the class of 2019, to give the benediction. Mr. Colby.
Loving God, as our time as John Carroll students comes to an end and we begin to embark on new and exciting journeys, let us never forget that you will be right there with us, never leaving our side. We pray to continue to find your presence in all people, all things, spreading your love without limit. You have bestowed upon each of us gifts that will allow us to set the world on fire. Let us always recognize, cherish, and enjoy each moment as it comes. we are surrounded today by friends and family, reminding us that we are never walking this journey alone. Lord, energize us to reach out to those who live on the margins, to be especially attuned to their cries. As we continue moving forward in life, we pray to hold ourselves in balance, that our hearts remain wild and free, remembering that you lead us wherever we are meant to be. Moreover, help us to never settle for less than our best. Instill in us the desire to be more for ourselves, for our communities, and most importantly, for you, our Heavenly Father. In your name we pray. Amen.
Please remain standing. Immediately following the recessional, all are welcome to refreshments served around the concourse. Members of the university chorus will now lead us in the singing of the alma mater.